Welcome to Art is Not Research, Research is Not Art, a participatory experience for AltChi 2022 by Kathryn Blair, Miriam Sturdee, Lindsay MacDonald Vermeulen, Lora Oehlberg, and yourself. We seek to provoke discussion on what it means to participate in art and to participate in research. We do so by engaging you in a consent process and study, exploring your role as a researcher, artist, participant, and artgoer. Please download the paper at this QR code. You can pause the video now and print out a copy or pull it up on a convenient device.
You will be asked to consider this presentation's content and participate in interactive activities in the paper itself. Ultimately, we ask the reader to reflect on their own participation in art and research and where the line between art and research lies, if there is a line at all. Participation is completely voluntary. You may refuse to participate altogether, may refuse to participate in parts of the study, may decline to answer any and all questions, and may withdraw from the study at any time without penalty or loss of benefits to which you are entitled. There are many options for you to consider if you decide to take part. You can choose all, some, or none of them. Please review each of these options and indicate your response verbally.
I wish to remain anonymous. I wish to remain anonymous, but you may refer to me by a pseudonym. The pseudonym I choose for myself is. You may quote me and use my name. I would like editorial control over the results of the study.
If you consent to participate in the presentation, please ready your copy of the paper. There is a contrast between empirical or science-based ways of knowing and creative or art-based ways of knowing. Numerous institutional forces around the world constrain how researchers go about creating knowledge and what is considered a worthy research contribution. Lindsay MacDonald Vermeulen's experience with research ethics review exemplifies how art and research norms and expectations can come into conflict.
In the summer of 2009, I wanted to do a study / exhibition hybrid in the student gallery at the university. The basic premise was the gallery walls would be completely covered in white paper, and I wanted to provide creative prompts for viewers to be able to come in and draw on the walls and connect their ideas with others that were already there. And I wanted to know, by doing this, by participating and contributing, to what extent did viewers feel authorship / ownership over their contributions or the exhibition as a whole. The findings were meant to be like a springboard into designing and building a larger scale interactive art installation for my master's degree. And I was really, at the time, into the idea of collaboratively authored digital art. But the problem was I never got to do it. The ethics board was not on board. And I did propose to have a sign up on the gallery door informing viewers about entering and participating, that this was informed consent and yada yada. And I would have a video camera up that was obvious to record who did what and when, and I wasn't going to publish the video data. My proposal was rejected after about 3 weeks of waiting for approval. The ethics board wanted me to assure them that a researcher would be present in the gallery at all times to answer questions that participants might have. And I didn't particularly like this idea because that meant that people would be very self-conscious about engaging with the exhibition and might also be suspicious about being in some kind of untrustworthy, duplicitous academic study that would evaluate the quality of their contributions and then humiliate them. And then the REB, the ethics board, also had questions like, what type of technology are you planning to build with this? Why? Why art? Why you? And my knee-jerk reaction was, well, the heck if I know. I'm doing creative exploration through participatory art. I don't know where this is going, and that's the point. So after many discussions with my lab mates and my supervisor and her other PhD students, I submitted again. And I waited a few more weeks. I was rejected again. And in the meantime, at the opening day of my supposed exhibition was drawing nearer and nearer, and I wasn't allowed to do my show. I made revisions to my proposal and resubmitted to the ethics board. And at this point, I didn't even know if what I told them I was going to do was going to be actually true to the spirit of my artistic practice and my intentions anymore. It really seemed like the ethics board wanted this collaboratively created ad hoc improvisational work to be far more controlled and maybe censored if someone did something offensive. And I never actually got approval to do this. I didn't get what I needed or wanted from that summer project. And I ended up having to change my entire plan for my master's degree because of this. But I did learn a lot about how difficult it can be to deal with an ethics board as an artist researcher, and how proposing doing such open-ended artistic explorations as studies can be difficult or impossible on student timelines.
Our reflections on conducting research and generating knowledge between disciplines raises several questions. Whose knowledge is being generated? Whose contributions are respected? Please go to pages 5, 6, and 7 of your copy of the paper. You will see questions about your engagement with research and art, as well as drawing prompts. Please take some time to add your personal reflections on these topics now. Pause this video while you do so. On page 8 of the document, you will find instructions to make a constructive contribution to research and the arts from the paper itself. Pause the video now and remember to document your contribution with photographs. We now present a manifesto for the intersection of research and art. We invite you to recite it with us.
Create a constructive, mutual understanding of norms of consent within art and research. Facilitate the conduct of arts research that respects all participants. Avoid altering artistic experiences while recognizing knowledge generation through arts-based practices and participatory work. Eliminate the tension between extracting knowledge from participants in contrast to constructing knowledge with them in creative contexts. Recognize that as arts-based knowledge has unique qualities, so arts-based research with human subjects requires unique respect for how such knowledge is generated with participants and the option to participate in an art experience without participating in research. This experience has been a deception study. While it was presented as a research presentation, it has in fact been a participatory art experience. Having experienced it fully, you may decide how you wish to move on from your experience today and whether you reconsent to your participation. If you so choose, you are welcome to share any artifacts from your participation. You can do so either on Twitter via the hashtag #ArtResearchArt or use this QR code to submit via a Google form. You are not obligated to share your experience or knowledge in any format.
Thank you very much for your time, attention, and participation today.